What is up, guys? It's Fanboy from Super Like a Fanboy, and today we got another LEGO Ninjago Season 17 Dragons Rising set. This is set number 71794. It is 9 up. This is Lloyd's and Arin's Ninja Team. Has 764 pieces. You get 5 minifigures, 1 small mech, which is the Arin's mech, and the big mech for Lloyd. Before we take a look at the set, here's a look at the box artwork. Let's get a closer look. And you can clearly see there's a lot of stuff going on right here. The figures we get are Lloyd, Arin, Rapton, an Imperium Guard Commander, and an Imperium Claw General. Now, none of these figures are exclusive to this set, so that's kind of unfortunate, but still very nice. And of course, there's your exercise scale of your minifigure right there. Flip that around. Oh! Sorry about that. And there's the back of the box, what this set can... Well, there's nothing much shown on what this set can do, but you do get some pretty interesting shots of what this set is able to do so far. So, let's take a closer look at this 2-in-1 mech set. So, we'll move these guys out of the way first. So, here's a closer look at the mechs right here. Now, I don't know which mech to start with, but for starters, we have seen these mechs in the show in part 2 of season 1 of Ninjago's Dragons Rising in episode 17 and episode 20, the Power Within, if I remember. That was the last episode that was called. Lloyd is the mech for Lloyd is called the Master Mech, and Arin's mech is called the Dragon's mech right there. So I think we're going to start with Lloyd's mech, then we'll move on to Arin's mechs, then we'll get to see what else. So here we have Lloyd's mech right here. Let me get it focused. There we go. And I have to say, this is really impressive. I mean, the looks at it is just all crazy cool looking right there. And yeah, I don't know where to start first. Let's see. How about we maybe start with the head first right here. Now, this head is pretty nicely done. It has one big eyeball, one big eye. This thing has a big hat right there, and you get a smaller hat right there. And actually, I did some research on this LEGO set, and apparently this is similar to the LEGO Bionicle set number 8755, Kikongo from LEGO Bionicle, which was released in 2005. And if you remember, I did some LEGO Bionicles in the past, but Kikongo was not one of the sets I didn't get to review. But I think this is a very nice way to bring back like some thing from the past right here. Head, where is this? Let me see if I can get the head to, well, articulate. Hang on, let me try to find something. So, so we got some head articulation right here. Side, go right this far. You can get a little bit of like go up and down right there, not much right there. This part can be opened up like so to review it have actually Lloyd inside of the mech. Now, when we first saw this, we actually saw a Ninjago controlling this. Then Lloyd kind of took that, and the set does not come with the Dragon Core. It would have been nicer if it came with the Dragon Core. But here's what would Lloyd actually look like inside of the his mech right there. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. Now, for articulation is, I kind of say it's kind of weird in my opinion, like just because well, for like articulation, I mean, besides the head, your arms can only move like this far, and that's because of this shoulder armor piece that's in the way. And yeah, and if we took that off, you get a little bit of more range of movement on the arm right there. They're on the really strong ratchet joint. Holy cow. Same with these wrists right here. Some strange. They like they have some put some exposed like parts right here. So like maybe for like near the hand. So like maybe the reason because like they don't want any piece to get stuck right there when you have articulate the hands. The fingers are on ball joints right there. Well, actually on clip pieces, you get 4 fingers and a thumb right there. And the only problem I have with this hand is it's just a thumb because it can just pop right off pretty easily, like so. And yeah, this set can also have has some really nice you can actually have some really nice waist movement right there, which is pretty cool. This was not supposed to come off right there. Moving on to the legs, we got well, the centerpiece is just kind of empty because I'll show you why it's empty in a little bit. The legs are pretty sturdy. You can get them as far as right here, right there, and for the back, and you can get it all the way and back right there. Just like some of the much bigger mechs we've been getting recently, we get some knee articulation, which is pretty nicely done. And for the leg feet pivots, well, some of the like foot articulation, you can't really get. Hang on. You can't really get much. Seriously, what the heck? Sorry, guys. So for the feet, you can't really get like a fork, but you get some side to side motion right there. But since we're mentioning on the feet, let's take a close look at these feet. I think these are supposed to like represent like the Japanese sandals that people wear like in, like I said, Japan. And I think that's a pretty cool concept. I mean, Lego, you did incredible. But here's a question. Lego minifigures don't have toes, so how were you able to pull this off? I guess some things will never be answered, I suppose. But I think that's pretty clever how they did the feet. Now move on to that armor, some of the armor piecing. So I'm just going to introduce this new thing. Something I built. It's some things stuff that you can point out, especially in arrow to point out some important stuff. So right here we got a pretty nice dragon. This is a really big sticker in my opinion, and well, actually there were only a total of 6 stickers, and 4 of them were pretty small, and well, actually no. Yeah, some of these were pretty massive stickers. So like these pieces right here are. Let me turn that around, like so. These 2 right here are stickers. So I'm really surprised. I was my mom right there. So as I was saying, we got a pointer. So this right here, this symbol right there, that's the L symbol in the Lego Ninjago Ninjago language, I'm guessing. And for some strange reason, this white area with the Ninjago writing right there just says Ronin. I mean, Ronin doesn't come in this set. I mean, we haven't seen Ronin since Crystallize. So who knows, maybe Ronin had this once, or maybe he's going to steal it. I'm not entirely sure. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Now, let's take a look at this mech's main weapon. Now, I did some research on this bad boy. Hey, this is actually, I'm going to try my best to pronounce it. It's a Nagana, if that's how you pronounce it. N-A-G-I-N-A-T, Nagana? Nagatana? I'm not entirely sure if I'm saying that right. And this is just pretty much a pretty big sphere that I think the samurais use. We got 3 areas so you can actually connect the to have the mech holding this blade right here. So you have one right here, one in the middle, and one right here. And you see, and you get this black, why did I say black? It's a red, this black, not black, red, recolor of the Seabound blade, which we saw in, like I said, Seabound. There. And you can actually have it in any hand if you want to. So, here we go. We got it in the Lloyd's hand right there. Oh, I think this is a good mech, but just some of the range articulation are pretty rough on this mech. So, we'll move this mech aside. So, we'll move on to Arin's mech right here. Now, I said this before in the beginning. I did some research on these mechs, and this is the Arin's dragon mech. Not to be confused with some of the dragon, like the Cyber Dragon, the Emperor's dragon from Prime Empire. But yeah, it's a little confusing, but I think that's pretty nicely done. You got some of this like bright dark yellows, oranges color piece right there. It's pretty much orange colors right there. It uses the mech, the Marvel mechs. We actually get two of the mech cockpit pieces for his knee pads. I'm calling it. So yeah, you could just have them in any pose you want to. And we got some articulation right here. On the legs right here. Feet articulation is pretty good. It's on the ball joint. Arm swivel right there. And hand articulation, finger articulation right here. Now, for some known reason, as we saw, the mech never actually used these blade pieces, so we actually saw them on the Lloyd's mech, so which is interesting. It uses this dragon topper half piece. Now, I think we saw this type molding in the Golden Ultra Dragon on Cole's the Earth Dragon of that Golden Ultra Dragon, which I did not pick up. I'm so annoyed I didn't get that set soon. But still, I think this looks pretty nice. You can actually open this up, and you have to build a cockpit right there. And to give you an idea of what would Arin actually look like inside, so we've got Arin in there, and you just close it back up, and we got Arin in his mech. These I don't know what kind of pieces these are. These are on clips, so you can actually have them in directions. Now, if we turn this around, you see this brown piece, and you see this blue connector piece. This blue connector piece is how this is going to connect to the mech. I mean, in my opinion, it just sticks out like a sore thumb. I mean, maybe we could have gotten something a little better, but I think this is what LEGO could try their best to do. Now, before we combine them, I had to take a note. I believe these armor pieces right here are new in this color right there, which is pretty cool, nicely done. And yeah, I think that looks pretty nice done. Now, before we actually combine them, you gotta know how big these mechs are. So I actually have some mechs from the Ninjago Dragons Rising. So to start, we're gonna take a look at the Sora's transforming mech bike racer set from also this year Prime of Dragons Rising. As you can clearly see, Lloyd's mech is much taller than Sora's mech, and you can clearly see Arin's mech is much smaller than Sora's mech. So that's pretty cool. Whoops, the mech fell. Now for the other comparison, here we got the what this mech is somehow not staying up for me for unknown reasons. There we go. Now for the other comparison, here we have the Empress's mech from the Elemental Dragon versus the Empress's mech set, comparing with the Lloyd and Arin's Ninja Team mech. And just like Sora's mech, the Empress's mech is much bigger than Arin's mech, but you can clearly see Lloyd's mech is much bigger than Empress Beatrix's mech. And you can actually recreate that final battle scene if you want to. So I think you can totally do that, like get some pretty cool like shots of how cool this mech would look. So now let's see how we can actually combine these sets. So let's move the evil mech out of the way, right there. Now, as you can see, these pieces are right here are actually, as you might imagine, I did not mention these pieces were on the Master Mech legs piece right there in the beginning, because those actually are used for something. So first you might want to move Arin's blade pieces right there, so you can actually turn this mech around like so. And we actually have two little clips to actually hold the mech, so which is accurate to the show. If you saw the episode 17 and 20 where this mech was used, right there. So pretty cool right there. Now let's flip this mech around. So for this next part, you're gonna think you might have to move these armor pieces of the mech. I'm not totally sure if you would call these armor pieces, but you can raise the head up like so. You might have to do some adjusting for the torso right there. Now for the mech, for Arin's mech, you have to like this part is a little tricky. So you actually have to put the Arin's mech inside these little to hold the mech in place right there. I'm trying my best to like make sure it doesn't does anything weird or something. Hang on, trying. And then you take the blue pin that we saw and put it in this hole right there, so you can actually connect it. And you should hear a little click, like so. And you can put in the shoulder armor piece. On the back box, you show these hang on, let me get everything set up. And hang on, let me try. And there we go. Now we got Arin's and Lloyd's mech connected. And I gotta say, it feels a little more complete with Arin's mech connected to the Master Mech right there. And yeah, I think this looks pretty darn cool. And in fact, this just is like a reference to Kitango from Lego Blanco. It's just a whole nother level, I meant. And yeah, I think that looks pretty darn cool. And yeah, I have to say this, wow, this just makes it a little better. So now we will take a, now, if you must know, on the back of the box, these tassel pieces are supposed to be connected to the mech, the Arin's mech, but I don't think we actually saw these like chain pieces on the mech, if I remember correctly. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. But overall, I think this is just a pretty solid set right here. Now we'll take a look at our minifigures and we'll wrap this video up. So let's get these guys out of the way. So we'll move the bed over here. There we go. Ignore the giant blade piece right there. And hang on. There we go. Now our minifigures we get are, well, like I said, these are non-exclusive minifigures. And we wish there was like an exclusive minifigure like that. Like Jay that we saw in his like workers outfit. So the minifigures we get are Lloyd. Let me get Arin in his ninja hood. Ninja suit, I'm guessing. Wrapped on. The Imperium Claw General. I mean, let me see. Imperium Claw General. Okay, making sure. And the Imperium Guard Commander. There. So first up, we'll take a look at Lloyd first. And let me get in focus. Let's see, I'm trying to get in focus. I said focus! There we go. And this is pretty much the exact same Lloyd minifigure we got in some of the other Dragon's Rising set, but still pretty nice, cool to have Lloyd. And he has his, I think that's his L symbol right there, and then Ninjago alphabet right there. He has a very nice printing on the front of his torso right there. If we move his back piece right there, he has a very nice dragon symbol right there as usual. And he has, of course, he has his new armor piece that are new for this year. And he has his two faces, his like his concerned face right there. And he has like what I like to call the Prime Empire like visor mask piece right there. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, we never actually saw any of the ninjas with this visor on, with these visors, I'm guessing. So I wonder if we're gonna see it at all. And I really hope they make a Dragon's Rising season 2, because that would be interesting. Lloyd has two katanas on his back, and this is what Lloyd looks like with his like Prime Emperor like visor face right there. Now here we have Arin, and one of the new characters from Ninjago Dragon's Rising, and you can clearly see he has like this weird this grappling hook chain thing, I'm calling it, and his color schemes are pretty nicely done. There's a pretty nice dragon right there, and as you know, Arin is like a Lloyd is like a role model to Lloyd, because I mean, he is his favorite ninja. As you clearly see, he has some really nice, I don't know what kind of color that belt is right there. If you guys know, let me know in the comment sections down below. Just like Lloyd, he has two katanas on his back right there. And if we move that armor piece, here we can take a closer look at his torso printing. It's a nice printing on the front there. And it's a nice printing on the back there. And I think that's his name in the Ninjago language, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, let me know what it says in the comment sections down below. That would be really helpful. And just like Lloyd, he has the new armor / hood piece. And for Arin, he just has only one face, because if he had his second face, his hair is not included in this set, so maybe that's why, because that hair piece would kind of look kind of weird right there. So, but I really love the horns of Arin's hood piece right there, which is pretty cool. Like represents like some kind of a dragon, which is pretty nice done. Next up, we got Rapton, and we have seen this guy before. Whoops. And there's nothing new about him. Nothing new about him. I mean, his blade is not new at all. But it's still cool to get this guy. I mean, this guy is a little cuckoo sometimes. And always, like, his name sounds like a raptor, like Velociraptor. But he has a nice printing on the front there. And it's a nice printing back there. And he uses this new black armor piece. And he has two faces with some of his golden teeth right there. And he has like this more like stern face right there. And we never actually saw his eyes in the show, which is pretty interesting. I wonder if we're ever gonna see Rapton without his weird mask, goggles. I'm not entirely sure. Next up, we got the Imperium Claw Hunter, the Imperium Claw General. I mean, as I'm recording this, we have not seen this guy or the Imperium Guard Commander in Ninjago Dragon's Rising, which is pretty interesting. But he has the identical torso leg printing as Rapton. Imagine he has the identical torso and leg printing on Rapton as well. But if we remove his armor piece, still the same, just the basic stuff that we saw on Rapton. He only has one headpiece one face right there, and some nice printing on the back there. And I gotta say, this horn just reminds me so much of like a Triceratops, because of the horns right there. You would call those horns. And the last minifigure, we got the Imperium Claw Commander. And he has a brick build weapon. And like I said, with the Imperium Claw General, we have not seen this guy yet. And he has the exact same leg torso printing on same torso and legs, just like Rapton and the Imperium Claw Hunter right there. And he has this big staff weapon that we did show with some of the generals, and this is actually Empress Beatrix's weapon. So yeah, that's pretty crazy stuff. And he has frying pan on his head right there. Only one face, but he has some printing on the back right there. And has some back printing on the torso there. And the same basic printing on his front there. So that was like at the Imperium Guard Commander. Now let's bring the mech back. Let me... Now put the box back in, nice and rolling, like so. Moving the arrow thing out of the way. And let's zoom back in. Come on, focus. Okay, here we have everything back into place. So, what are my overall thoughts about this set? I mean, at first I wasn't sure if I was going to get this set because it looked so weird. But after seeing episode 17 and 20, I kind of started to like this set. I mean, the set just reminds me so much of Kitango from Lego Bionicle. And the Mechs feet is so much of those Japanese sandal footwear that Japanese, like I said, wear. But the range of motion is pretty limited for this mech. I mean, the minifigures are not exclusive. I wish there was at least like one exclusive minifigure. And but still, this is pretty nice. This is still a cool mech. I mean, so unique in its own way. So, yeah. Should I get this a thumbs up? So, yeah. So, that was it, guys. This was a review on the LEGO Ninjago Dragons Rising and Lloyd and Arin's Ninja Team Mech. Thank you for watching the video. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, and turn on notification bell so you won't miss out any more awesome videos. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you next time.